Was good, gente? Thank you guys once again, like always, for tuning in. As you guys can see on the thumbnail and on the title, right? Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. Lazy Boy, first Norteño rapper at No Jumper. Wow, right? And even though you guys already been knowing, man, I'm not too much of a fan when it comes to Adam. I mean, I seen a couple videos of Adam. There's some that I can watch, but I already be knowing, man, this dude likes to stir up some shit and he'll go hide at the end of the day, right? So I'm not really too much of a fan when it comes to him, especially because some of his actions and, well, I am Raza, homie. So fuck this dude, right? But with all that being said, man, before we get started, man, I would highly appreciate it if you hit that like, subscribe, that follow, that notification bell, and all that good stuff. You guys already be knowing, man. We back to regular program. And even though, I mean, I haven't gone live too often, I will be going live today. And I'm going to try to make it a habit of going live every other day, at least, right? If I'm not able to go every day, at least every other day. So I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get started on this thing, man. Well, when it comes to Lazy Boy, I actually made a video about Lazy Boy in the past, right? And even though a lot of you guys ain't real, I mean, well, at least the fans of Lazy Boy, right? You guys ain't too much of a fan of that video, especially because, I mean, it pinpoints some things out. Was he the right choice, for Adam 22 to bring up on his platform as to being the first Norteño? Is that really a good choice for Adam, or just in general, right? For the Norteños, was that the best pick, or was just that the only Norteño that was willing to go on that platform? I mean, to be quite real, I honestly think that was the only Norteño that would go on Old Boy's platform. Don't get me wrong, Old Boy does have a following. He does have clout, so, I mean, Adam 22 could have just been looking on the thing and was like, you know what, this fool's the one, right? He might be someone that I can ask some questions, and he might be able to slip up, because I do expect Old Boy to be asking him about his tattoos, how he grew up, and etc. Right? You guys already know most of the questions that do get asked on the interviews. But when it comes to Adam 22, you guys already been knowing, you do expect him to kind of stir up some stuff. So we'll see what kind of questions he asks. Hopefully there's some of the subscribers that tune in on this platform, as well as his, right? And hopefully some of them actually have the line of communication to actually be able to, like, hey, bro, you should ask these questions because these will actually be fired. But I honestly do expect it to kind of stay on some north and south and kind of pump up that little drama, right? But now you may ask yourself, why are all these platforms, or just some people from the north, right, so proud of Old Boy getting put on No Jumper, right? Because we already seen there's always been Sureños, there's always been brothers, there's always been other people but Northerners, right? Why is it a big deal? Well, when it comes to the Northerners, you guys already been knowing there's not too many platforms, or too many of them, right, that are willing to go online and actually talk about some of the things, right? Especially because they get backlash more than any other group. So that's one of the main reasons why I see all these platforms and all these other dudes all juiced, for having this dude up there. But in all reality, man, for like the ones that know a little bit of Lazy's history, right? Lazy Boy's history, I don't honestly think that's the best decision, or it was the best Northerner to bring on that platform. Adam 22 should have kind of gone for someone a little bit more of a higher caliber, right? I should say. And no, this is no disrespect to Lazy Boy and to San Jose or any of that, right? Because some people might be like, man, this fool's over here set tripping just because Old Boy's not from my area, right? But that's not the case. So I'll just keep that to myself. But most of you guys, man, that, I mean, you guys have heard me say which ones are like my favorite rappers and stuff like that. Those would be a little bit more fit. But I don't honestly see them going to platforms like that because I don't see that they have nothing to gain. But when it comes to Lazy Boy, man, he is someone younger. And he is someone that wants to be a little bit more on social media. And let's just be real, man. Big platforms like No Jumper and other platforms, right? I'm not going to be mentioning hello platforms. They do help out these smaller artists or smaller platforms just by doing an interview or going on that platform, right? It will give you a boost and it will give you some clout. That's just the reality of it. So that's why you see a lot of youngsters or a lot of rappers that you kind of question, like, well, why the fuck would this dude even go that route, right? Well, they're looking for that jump, homie. They're looking for that boost. And even though, like I said earlier in the video, old boy does have a little following. He does have a little crowd, right, for his music. In all reality, I'm not too much of a fan of his music. I only heard a few of his songs, and it's just not my stilo, homie. It's just I'm just keeping it 100, bro. It's not my style, so I tend to skip on it. But hey, shout outs and respects to old boy, man, for doing his thing, and that's one of the main reasons why he's going that route. Even though I don't think that that's a good decision for him, especially, man, knowing that. I mean, I guess I somewhat exposed this dude once in the past, especially for the ones that are day oneers and have seen my videos on old boy. And you guys already be knowing, man, your boy Conejo, man, will never lie to you guys. And unfortunately, yeah, I did see a little glimpse on those clips where old boy's touching him and showing his little L tattoos, right? So it's actually him. But I haven't been the only one. There's been multiple people that actually have seen that video, and he's actually someone that I guess somewhat was able to clear that up, either money, favoritism, I don't know. And I don't really want to get into the details of how he did it, but he's still pushing the Norte, right? So by him going on a bigger platform that will probably bring a lot of attention, right, especially with the no jumper, Lil Jumper is going to get a lot of questions about this. He's going to get a lot of questions about, A, ask him if it's true. I did say it earlier in the video that someone will probably reach out. But if they are taking live messages while he's doing that reaction, right, more than likely someone will drop that question. And I actually want to see what he actually has to say, because I don't think that he'll ever admit to it. I mean, even though the proof has been put out there before in the past, it has been something that he's been able to put under a rug, somewhere, but we'll see what happens with him, and we'll see if he folds on the questions or if he's able to just push and strive, homie, and actually represent the Norte good in some type of way. But I don't really see that happening. I kind of see that there's going to be a little bit more backlash. But like I said, man, I'm not trying to hate on the dude. Shout outs to Lazy Boy. And if he honestly thinks that that's the best route to go, hey, dale gas, homie. But they did pull up. I mean, for the ones that were going to be like Pinche Conejo on this whole video, man, you kind of were just hating. Nah, chales, homie. Look, in all reality, man, there's been multiple norteños that have been going down south. That's not that. Those are facts, right? Those are facts. But when it comes to platforms like that, I guess he is the first norteño to hit it. So shout outs to him and for everything that he's doing, homie. But like I said, man, I can't really fuck, man. This thumbnail just fucked me up. Let me change it real quick. Man, that's crazy. But yeah, man, like on this thumbnail, that's where he should have kept that video, man. He should have told old boy never to record. And he should have kept that shit on the hush if he was gonna be doing this little freak thing like that, right? But in all reality, gente, I'm not trying to hate on old boy. He is doing his thing, like I said. There's gonna be people that will support it, and they like the fact that old boy's up there. But with all that being said, man, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will be replying to everybody. I do apologize for not posting yesterday. I had some things going on, but we back to regular program, like I said. So make sure to hit them like, subscribe, that notification bell just in case we go live, and all that good stuff. But what do you guys think, gente? Don't forget to drop that comment. What do you guys think? Is this actually a right look for the Norteños having Lazy Boy up there to represent them? Or is there something behind all this? So with all that being said, man, this is your boy Conejo. Catch you guys on the next one. We out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woohoo! What fuck squirt gun?